not what, Mrs. Lin? She was about to complete her words, then suddenly you both heard a deep voice. And you turned back and saw Jungkook standing at the entrance and glaring at Mrs. Lin at the entrance. And she gulped in fear and Jungkook started to come towards you both. What happened, son? Why are you looking at me like that? He looked at her in very scary eyes and came to you and kept his hands on your shoulder and said, "Are you okay, Van?" Then you nodded your head as okay, and again he turned towards Mrs. Lin. "What the hell are you doing to my wife, Mrs. Lin?" To the Jungkook loud voice, Mrs. Jun came upstairs. "What happened, son? Why are you shouting at Mrs. Lin? And why are you crying?" She came to you and hugged you and started to kiss your back and trying to calm you down. Me, that you misunderstanding me, son. It's not like that. Don't tell lies. I have seen everything from the starting. How you talked to my wife and how you held her wrist and how you slapped my wife. What? You slapped Van? How can you slap her, Mrs. Lin? She is your daughter. Is this how you treat your daughter, huh? Tell me, Mrs. Lin. Oh my god, what should I do now? This mom and son got to know how I treat the trash. What should I tell them? She was looking down and thinking what to say, and you took the opportunity to tell her real face to everyone now. Mom, she is not my real mom. She is, you said while rubbing your tears. What are you saying, Van? She is not your real mother? Then why she said she is your mother? What rubbish you are saying, Van? She yelled at you and you became silent by her loud voice. Don't try to scare my wife, Mrs. Lin. I have heard before that you are saying not to call Van as your mom. Why? Why you said that? If you are a real mother of Van. It's, I'm her stepmother. Now I understood the whole story. She is not your real daughter. That's why you were very desperate to marry Van to our son and demanded more money, right? You don't have any right to beat my wife, Mrs. Lin. Tell me why you bet her. Mrs. Lin became silent and didn't say anything, and you told them how she used to treat you in the past and why she is here now. And after listening to the whole story, Jungkook and Mrs. Jung became shocked. How can you treat an innocent girl like Van like that, Mrs. Lin? Don't you have any heart? Then Mrs. Jung started scolding Mrs. Lin, and she was all silent and not saying anything. I'm saying this for the first time and the last time, Mrs. Lin. Don't ever come again for my wife here. And I'm going to file a complaint on you for taking my wife's property. And now get out from here. You don't ever show your face to us. You have used Van and her money very much. And from now on, you can't do that because I am here for her. I am her husband, Jungkook. When Jungkook said this, you felt very happy, and when he said the word my wife, you were on cloud nine. Till now, you thought he won't care for you and he won't accept you as his wife. But after listening to his words, you got a hope that You have someone for you who can stand beside you at any time and anywhere. But your happiness didn't last for long. Mr. Jung, don't talk like that. I only used her. And like you didn't. Your whole family used her, she said, and your world stopped and stuttered into pieces. What she's saying? Jungkook mom and dad used me? Mrs. Jung, you are covering your deeds and speaking about me? Mrs. Lin words are like stabbing in your heart. The people who you trust after your parents, they also used you for their needs, and your heart unable to accept this. What are you talking about, Mrs. Lin? You said in shock. Van, they don't marry you to their son as they like you, but as they didn't accept it, their son love and they don't want his girlfriend to have their daughter-in-law because they want a poor girl who can listen to their words and do as they say. That's why they came to our house and made you their daughter-in-law, as you don't reach their standards also. And this man who is calling you as his wife, he has a girlfriend before your marriage. And I'm not only the one who used you, they also did Paan, she said while pointing towards Jungkook and Mrs. Jung. She said while mockingly and while looking at you as tears are coming from your eyes continuously, and she felt very happy by that. And Jungkook and Mrs. Jung stood there like statues in their places. Even this is the truth that I had a girlfriend before marriage, but after marriage, everything is changed. This is not the correct way for her to know the truth. I thought to tell her by myself, but this Mrs. Lin messed up everything. No, it's not like that. Everything is going in the wrong way. We never did like that. We selected Van as she is a good girl and she is not at all gold digger as that Lena. There is no comparison between Lena and Van. We love her very much and we care her as our own daughter. And Lena is a gold digger. We don't want her as our daughter in law and we want a girl like Van. Why should I only be the one who is bad here? Now I will see how these people will be happy like before. After knowing that her husband has a girlfriend, then like every wife, Van will not want to stay with him. And by this, her happiness will be spoiled and her life is totally get ruined. Jungkook saw your face and you were looking at him with tears in your eyes. And then he started to come towards you. Van, it's not like this. While saying he was about to keep his hand on your shoulder. Don't touch me, Mr. Jong. You have talked so much. Now let me talk. Tell me, do you have a girlfriend before our marriage? That's why you were forced to marry me? You said while looking straight into Jungkook's eyes, and he nodded his head as yes. And mom, as you and dad don't like his girlfriend, you gave money to my stepmom and married me to your son? And it's not. Tell me, mom, you and dad don't like his girlfriend? Yes. After listening yes from Mrs. Jung, you chuckled while rubbing your tears and said, huh, I thought I have a family after marriage and I saw you all like my own. And I thought you people are like my mom and dad who will feel happiness in my life. But it's not like that. Everyone used me here. I hate my life. Why my life is like this? Why I will trust everyone? You said and started crying hard. And it's not at all like you're thinking. You are taking everything wrong. Yes, it's true that we don't like Jungkook girlfriend, Lena, because she is a gold digger and she don't like my son and she used his money and his fame. That's why we want to marry our son to a girl like you who is very pure, innocent and warm person. And we saw how you respect elders and how you are soft spoken person and how you are cheerful and loyal girl. We have lots of confidence on you and you want to become an independent girl and to study hard and do something in your own in your life, and these qualities we liked very much, and we thought that if we marry a girl like you to our son, you will change him. You will make him to know what is real love, what is fake love. That's why we selected your daughter. It's not like we used you and forced our son to marry you. You got very happy when Mrs. Jung said that they care for you and they want your happiness. But there is something in your heart which is disturbing you very much. And you rub your tears and said, Mom, I'm sorry for thinking like that about you and Dad. But you made us to marry because true love will create between us. But where is it, Mom? He don't love me. He has said that I married him for his money, and I think he still loves his girlfriend. So we can't force anyone to love, Mom, and I can't live in a relationship where there is no love. I want divorce, Mom. You said divorce and everyone became shocked. And no, Mom, please don't stop me. You said and you started packing your clothes in your suitcase. It's happening. Her life is going to ruin now. Totally. And after this, I will see how she will smile again, she said well smokingly. And you totally packed your luggage and you were about to go out. But Jungkook held your wrist and said, Vaan, don't go. Please listen to me once. Let me explain, Vaan. Then you turned towards him and said, What you want to explain, Jungkook? That how much you love your girlfriend and how much you hate me? And how you forced to marry me? Huh? I don't want to listen to you, Jungkook. I know you still love her. So let me go from your life so that you can live happily with your girlfriend. Let me go, Jungkook. I will send divorce papers to you. Please sign them. You said again and started to go. But Jungkook back hugged you and made you to stop. And you froze in your place when he hugged you for the first time. And please don't go. Please let me explain for once, he said while crying very hard. And I love you, Vaan. I really love you. What? You love me? And it's true that I had a girlfriend before. I loved her very much. I have been in a fake love and I was unaware of that. She never loved me and she used me and my money. As mom said before, she is a gold digger and I thought we are love each other and we are in a relationship by her sweet talks and her actions and our likes and dislikes, and I felt that we are in love and I dated her. But from when our marriage was fixed, she started showing her true colors. and she said that she don't love me and she loves only my money and not me. Yes, it's true that I was forced to marry you, and first I don't like you and I hated you so much. I know it's wrong that after marriage I had a girlfriend, but I thought I love her, and even I called you a gold digger for marrying me. But you are not. You are not a gold digger, and you are very different from her. You have shown me what actual love is. You have shown me that love is not generated by beauty, matching our likes or dislikes, but a true feelings of one another and strong affection between people, and giving respect and supporting in our life, and understanding each other and moving forward in every situation along with each other beside. This is a true love. After living with you only for 2 months only, I got to know what is true love, and you became shocked by listening to his words and you started crying. And you loved me unconditionally. Even when I hurted you with my words also. You always there for me. And I don't know when I fell in love with you, and today when I saw tears in your eyes and when you went away from me after saying you won't disturb me again. And I realized that I did wrong by hurting you. And I realized that if you will be in a pain, unknowingly I will also in pain. As I love you, and I can't see tears in your eyes. Then what about your girlfriend? I broke up with her the next day of our marriage only. Please give me one chance to prove my love, and please let me show my love to you. And please don't go away from me. I can't live without you. I love you, and he said by crying very hard, and you hugged him and said, don't cry, Jungkook. I won't leave you again and go anywhere. I love you too, Jungkook. You said while rubbing the backside of his body to calm him down, and Mrs. Jung smiled while seeing you both happy together. See, children, our prediction is correct. You both are perfect for each other. Then you and Jungkook looked it into each other's eyes, and Jungkook, you are my queen, and queen of my heart. I will never make you cry again, and I will treat you well, and I will be with you always in every situation, and I am so happy, Jungkook. For some time I thought I lost you. I lost my love, but you proved it wrong, Jungkook. I am so happy. While seeing you all happy, Mrs. Lin's ego didn't tolerate it at all, and she started going from there silently. And then Jungkook turned towards her and said, what happened, Mrs. Lin? Where are you going? You misleaded everything and you planned to make us to separate. But see, we are together again because we love each other. Don't forget that I am here for Van and you can't do anything to her. Mrs. Lin, when my father married you after my mom's death, I thought I will get another mom and I can see my mom in you. But your behavior and ego and greedy proved me wrong. You never wanted me as your daughter and you never wanted me to be happy, at least for once also. I hope no one get a mother like you who can spoil the children's life for their needs and happiness. If I want, I can file a case on you for your violent behavior on me, but I'm not like you to get happy by seeing others' tears. I'm leaving you, Mrs. Lynn, and don't again come into my life ever. After you said she felt very regret by her behavior and she went out after asking you sorry, but you didn't answer her as you have still pain in your heart for her behavior. After that, you and Jungkook started living happily. You can't just give up on someone by thinking they were in a relationship before. If their love is true to you, everyone needs a second chance. So give them a chance to understand them and love them. Love is not a great just because it has no problems. Every relationship has happiness, sadness, along with many falls, ups, and downs. But it becomes great when both people care enough about the other person to find a way to make it work in a relationship and in every situation to understand each other and try to understand each other and live your life happily. Thank you. The end.